morning and happy day to you. This is day 2 of my 31-day showing up to level up challenge for myself. And I am so grateful. I got a lot of responses yesterday and a lot of calls and texts of support from friends, and I really appreciate that because even this morning I'm like, what am I going to talk about or what am I going to say? And I was just feeling nervous about everything. And I realized that I am more comfortable, or I have been more comfortable with preparation and preparing things. And when I go to sit down to write, to prepare something like for tomorrow, I literally have a blank. So when I have a blank slate, I just leave the slate blank. I don't try to force anything, but it makes me feel more in control. And that's just kind of how I've operated professionally, like being prepared, being controlled, and, having things planned out. And I have just been very regimented in my life. This is definitely something that takes me out of my comfort zone. So thank you. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the Fear to Freedom Project. I am so happy that you are here with me. And if you're a returning champion, thank you. I love you. To my family, returning family, set your notifications so that you will know whenever I am on the channel, so you can cheer me on and hear all of the yummy goodness that I am bringing to you. Like and subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for commenting below. So guess what happened? In me, I'm telling you that this is very uncomfortable for me to just come here and just ad lib. Really, I don't want to say wing it, because I'm not winging it. Winging it sounds like it's something that is a little troublesome or burdensome. So I am really ad libbing. And now that I've sat here in front of my camera, I know exactly what I'm going to talk about. I was awakened this morning at 3:47, and I started allowing myself to get up because I started seeing a pattern of me getting up around the same time. And that's like between 3:45 and 4:45. Excuse me. Yeah. So I got up this morning at 3:47 a.m. on the nose, and because my angel guides use numbers to communicate with me, I immediately always go to my numbers, like what's going on. So the number 347 means, let me read it to you. Your higher self is manifesting opportunities that will push you beyond your comfort zone. Go beyond fear and grow. Can you believe that? I can totally believe that. My guides are so like loving, and the way that they started contacting me about maybe 2 to 3 years ago, or letting me know that they were present, I had no idea what that meant. Like, I just started seeing numbers, repeated numbers. And at first it wasn't like all the time. It was just enough for me to be like, oh man, I've seen that number a lot, but not even thinking it was an angel or, a guide or anything. So yeah, fast forward, I kept seeing 1111 all the time, 111 and 1111, like literally all the time. I still did not really think anything about it. Maybe a year into that, a year later, the numbers started coming more frequently, and it was more numbers. So it was like 222, 444, 555. And then I started seeing ascending numbers, 123, 234, 456. And so I was like, it was happening so frequently that I don't know, I think I was concerned, because I was like, what is this? Like, what's going on? And I went to my daughter. Amazing, amazing. I went to my daughter, who has given me permission to just embrace everything spiritual. And I started telling her, like, I am seeing all of these numbers, like, so much so that it's like concerning me. And she was like, don't worry about it. Like, your angel guides are they're talking to you. Angels are talking to you, and they use numbers. And so she gave me, she suggested a angel numbers book. And I use Cal Gray's angel numbers book. I love this angel number, this book, I'm sorry. It's called Angel Numbers. If you can see it. Yes. So these are the messages. I use this book all the time. I keep it, it's on my phone. So when I see numbers, I kind of already know what they mean. I know that the angels are there. Now, and it used to be like on a clock all the time. It was like on a clock. Now the numbers are literally everywhere. Everywhere that I look, I see ascending numbers, triple digit numbers, always 1111. I see mirrored numbers, always back and forth, like 919 or 818, 202. Yes, I see mirrored numbers, and like numbers that you can reverse, and they're the same thing. So, yeah, that's what's been happening. So, of course, I like that, the information, the wisdom that comes whenever, your guides are talking to you. It makes me feel very supported. And from the other side, it makes me feel like we're not here just left alone, and like there's this big entity, God, just looking at us, and, like, I don't know what God's doing. So, yeah, I feel very supported. And so I was listening to something. Of course, when I get up in the morning, I'm like led to listen to something. And I have been listening to a man named Daryl Anka. He channels an extraterrestrial and has been channeling that ET, the same ET, for 40 years. And so I stumbled upon his work and messages, and whether or not I believe that he's channeling an ET, what he's saying is so practical. The information and the knowledge that he gives is so practical. It has been life-changing for me. That entity's name is Bashar. So I am always like looking for Bashar's messages. And so, yeah, there was a message today, and one of the ladies at one of their events came to the mic, and she was crying, and she just wanted to know, she said, how do you get over the fear of going for it? And that was her question. She was crying, and, Bashar is very comforting, and because Bashar can be very short and curt, but he was very comforting, and was just giving her, a lot of practical knowledge. Whenever we are afraid, whenever we doubt ourselves, whenever we think that we're not good enough for whatever it is that we want, we think we're not good enough, we're not deserving of it. You know what we're doing? We are arguing with creation. We are arguing with God. Yeah. And like literally arguing with ourselves about our own sovereignty and our own worthiness. You're telling God, I'm telling God, no, I'm not worthy of it. And when God is saying, you are worthy of everything because of your existence. The fact that you're here makes you worthy, because if you were not here, if you weren't worthy to be here, you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. So, yes, I'm going to stop arguing with God. Yeah, we should. We should not be arguing with creation about our worth. We are worthy of all things magnificent and all things good. So just remember that. And one thing I didn't say yesterday, I'm going to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Tiffany Carson. She told me that she started a challenge to meditate more, to practice more self-care. And she started it on January 1st. Not a resolution, but you setting your intentions and she's setting her intentions like me to face some fears, to do something different in this new year. You can call it whatever you want. If it's a resolution for you and it works, you call it a resolution, okay? Whatever it is, as long as we are intending to expand ourselves, to become more of the God that we are and the goddesses that we are, to be more aware and conscious of our being, our existence. And so, yeah, whatever you want to call that and label it, yeah, call it that. It doesn't matter. I love the fact that we're sovereign, that creation and source loves us so much, unconditionally, that we get to choose here our life, how, what we want to do in this. And we're not punished for anything. What we have sovereignty. And so I'm happy about that. That makes me so very happy and joyful. Yeah, to know that I don't have to argue with God anymore. we are we are worthy of so much here. If you have challenged yourself to anything, I would love for you to leave a comment down below and tell me what you're challenging yourself with, and so that I can shout you out and support you along the way. Whatever you're doing, just feel loved and supported by me. And I'm telling you always that I support you, and yeah, in your sovereignty, in your knowing that you are so special and that you are worthy of being here. So yeah, though that's what I came up. Yeah, creation. And when I say creation, I'm saying source. You'll hear me. You will hear me use those labels interchangeably. Source, creation, God. But God doesn't make a mistake. God can never make mistakes. And I thought about that. It's a lot of times in my life that I'm like, you got this one wrong. God, like, you totally got this wrong. And God doesn't make mistakes. There's no mistakes under the sun. There's no mistakes in creation. So, and creation is done. Creation is already done. There's nothing else for us to do. It's done. There's no more. So when you hear people say, like, I hear people like, oh, it's already done. That could be a cliche, right? At least I thought so. But no, it is the truth. Everything is already done. Creation was created and completed. There's nothing else that we need except to honor and realize how important we are on earth, how important we are, our existence in being here. So, yeah, I'm going to stop arguing with creation. Are you arguing with creation? Are you arguing with God about your worth, about what you're deserving of? Yeah. Whenever you feel like, what about if someone says to you, because I know people that can't take compliments, and I have to be honest, I wasn't always able to take compliments as well. But that has to do with your value, what you feel about yourself, your worth, right? And so if someone is telling you, oh, you are so good, like you have done so well, and they're giving you compliments and saying all of these amazing things about you, and you're like, yeah, but you know what? It's the but. It's the but thing. The yeah, but that's your but what? There is no but. There is an and. Always an and. It's this and it's that. That's the joy of duality. My girlfriend, she talks about that a lot, and you'll see her around my channel. But she is the conduit that spirits on the other side used to connect to me, to let me know that they wanted to send me a message. So I'm kind of always playing with spirits with her, and learning about, I ask questions to spirits, and they talk through her. So that's really good. I love that. You know what my question is though? How come they not talking to me like audibly? I don't know. They are, at times, but I mean like all the time. So yeah, again, comparing. This is what I'm doing. I'm comparing to someone else. And I don't want to, but I'm like, like, are they going to talk to me in that way? And we all have our own uniqueness. So yeah, I am thankful for this day, and I'm thankful that I have challenged myself to show up for myself and to to just talk about myself. And we got like what 29 more days to go, and I love it. There are going to be some conversations that are going to be had, real quick ones, but just lessons that I am learning and lessons that Spirit is teaching me about myself. This is really all about me. The Fear to Freedom Project is me. I am the Fear to Freedom Project. I am my own project. So I thank you so much for listening. I'm about to get out of here. If anybody knows me, I'm about to hit that pickleball court. So whatever you do today, just do it in the utmost love and respect for yourself. Know that you are worthy. Know that God loves you, and that your existence here is an indication that you're supposed to be here, and that you are worthy of all of the things that make you feel joyous, happy, passionate, balanced, in harmony, and all of those things. You're deserving of that. Remember that you are the magic that you're looking for. All of the magic is inside of you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. And listen, we'll be back tomorrow for day 3. And don't forget, if you are starting a challenge for yourself, can you just comment below and tell me what you're doing? What have you started, this new year out saying, I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to smoke cigarettes. That was me. I don't smoke anymore, but I smoked for decades. So are you not smoking cigarettes anymore? Are you paying attention to your own needs? Are you choosing you first? Are you going to take at least 10 minutes of quiet time for yourself to just sit, And a lot of times I sit, I just put my hand over my heart and just breathe. Just breathe and know. Just be still and know. I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love.